All right, so welcome back to 6.4 video lesson number 2. You're on the next example, which was example number 2, finding a percent. Remember, example number 1 was finding a part. This time you're finding a percent. So the problem is 9.5 is what percent of 24? And we are going to use the percent equation, A equals P times W. We're not using the ratio method. We're not using the decimal method. We're only going to use this equation because it works for any problem. Like sometimes percent problems get really hard and they look different, but this equation, it always works. So A equals P times W. Let's try to identify and translate the problem into the equation. 9.5 is what percent of 25? So A is going to be 9.5. And we remember that is means equal. What percent? We don't know the percent. So we're going to just leave it as letter P. Of means to multiply. In math, remember that, and last number, 25 is the whole. So 9.5 is equal to P times 25. Now, here's one thing you need to remember. When you multiply a variable, a letter, and a number, you always want to write the number first. So if you have 9.5 equals P times 25, then it means you need to write 25 first, and then P. Now, do you remember from the cross product, if you have something like 40 is equal to 100x, if you want to solve for x, you have to divide both sides by that number in front of x, which is 100. And you do that to both sides. So then 100 divided by 100 cancels out. So you get x equals 40 divided by 100, which will be 0.4. So do you remember this from cross product? Basically, you're going to do the same thing for this one. You're solving for P, and you have to divide both sides by the number in front of P, which is 25. So divide both sides by 25. And 25 is a number in front of P, so we want to get rid of it. And if we do that, 25 divided by 25 cancels out, it's 1. So then P is equal to, now to do that, 9.5 over 25, basically you can do it in the calculator, 9.5 divided by 25, and that's going to give you as the answer 0.38. So P is 0.38. Now, we are not done here. P is equal to 0.3, and P stands for a percent, but this is not 0.38%. You have to change this decimal to percent, and we do that by moving the decimal point twice to the right or multiplying by 100. So our answer should be 38%. If I write it as a perfect answer, this should be a final answer. Our final answer is that 9.5 is 38% of 25, and we found that answer 38%. Good? All right. Here we go, different type of example. Example number 3, this time finding a whole. 39 is 52% of what number? And again, we're going to translate this sentence into this equation. We start with 39, so 39 is the A. Oops, I'm going to use the red color for that. 39 for A, and it says is, and is means equal. 52%, that's a percentage. But again, we're not going to write it as with a percent symbol. We have to change it as a decimal or percent. 0.52 or 52 over 100. I'm going to use a decimal. 0.52. And then we're going to translate of, that means to multiply math, and what number, of what number? That is going to be the whole, but we don't know the number, so we're going to leave it as W, the variable. And we're going to multiply both sides, so 39 stays, and 0.52 times W. Always remember to write the number first, and then the letter. Then to solve for W, we divide both sides by the number in front of W. So divide both sides by 0.52. This cancels out. W equals, you have to do 39 divided by 0.52 in the calculator. And if you do that, you are going to get 75 as the answer. So W is 75. And again, we're going to write our final answer as a sentence. And we'll say that 39 is 52% of 75. And 75 is a number that we found. Good. Now for the next part, it says on your own. And you have 3 problems. So for this part, whenever it says on your video, you're going to pause it and try these problems on your own. Again, you're going to try these problems, show all the work, and then you're going to come back to the video to check your answers. When you solve, please use the percent equation A equals P times W. So again, pause the video, try the 3 problems on your own, and come back to it to check your answer. All right? And I will be seeing you in the next video, the 6.4 video lesson number 3.